And now, Jack Eichel, Connor McDavid, opening faceoff. Game 2, we're underway. Oilers looking for their first 2-0 series lead since 2017. And now, working his way through the slot area and kicking it back to Theodore's Jack Eichel. Down low, Stone. One-timer score! Victor Olofsson has given the Vegas Golden Knights a 1-0 lead.
Olofsson with a quick release here. It's all Jack Eichel here. Drags this puck deep. Once he puts it back, a little give and go. And then it's a quick down.
With 17 shots for Vegas in game 1, only 7 after the first period. Hannafin a shot. That never made its way through. Down low to Eichel. Centering pass. Barbashev denied by Pickard. Eichel poised as could be, but Barbashev denied. Checked by Bouchard. Barbashev wrapped up with Kula. It's Vegas on top. Power play goal in the first. A redirect. Pickard to save. Another point blank denied. But Colson, and allowing the Oiler depth to eventually win it down the stretch. Here's Victor Arvidsson to put Colson. One-timer, Wallman score! And just like that, what had been a quiet second period turns into an equalizer for Jake Wallman, his first career Stanley Cup playoff goal.
Good looks in tight around Pickard. That one taken away. We talked about getting to the forecheck a little harder, coming up with pucks for Edmonton. It's Podkolzin to Arvidsson, back to Podkolzin. And he puts it in place for this ripper by Wallman.
Goes off McNabb, maybe? Or is Arvidsson
might be Arvidsson with his stick there reaching in that gets a little tip on it going to the net. And the two of them have been really aggressive on the forecheck, and we've talked about the fact that Vegas was just coming out too clean. They're making them work now.
Arvidsson, but Colson shoots and scores! Edmonton, its first lead! 2-1, Vasily Podkolzin, his first Stanley Cup playoff goal.
Takes that away, but on the ensuing play, and you just talked about it, Jack, this line really starting to find their feet. This shot by Podkolzin, he's the first guy on the ice every day for the Oilers shooting pucks, and he rips this one by Hill. That look afterwards, he looked up at Podkolzin saying, wow, you got that away pretty quickly, it beat me.
Now swung off McDavid's stick. Riley Smith back to the middle. A juicy turnover picked off by Draisaitl, and then he had it roll off his stick. A little frustrated, creating for McDavid. Shotgun scores! 3-1 Edmonton!
They can take you into deep water. It was Eichel early on that had that one nice pass out and attempt to Karlsson, and then this is just mismanagement of the puck. And it turned over twice. Draisaitl found the first one in the neutral zone. It looked like it was broken up, but Darnell Nurse, the late man, picks up this puck and zips it home for a 3-1 lead.
But that starts with Draisaitl kind of waving at it on his way off, Louis.
Yep.
And on the puck retrieval will be Pietrangelo. Banged into up the right-hand side. It's Eichel backing his way in. Looking, shooting, score! A tip-in, Karlsson got a piece. And Vegas pulls within 3-2. I'm not sure Pickard feels like that may have been a high stick.
Karlsson feels it's good. And a good move, a little stop up here by Eichel, and he just zips this one through. He knows he's got traffic in front, and here it is here. I don't think that's a high stick. I think that's a good goal. Now you look at this pace here, this will be a better one where Karlsson's stick is. It's the crossbar, and I think he's below it on that one. That's just a perfectly redirected from Pickard's position. He's got to go down to take away the lower part of the net. Reaches up.
Right now, the Oilers have an edge in net and an edge on the scoreboard at 3-2. Hyman trying to plow his way through Howden. Kane to Nugent-Hopkins. Hyman in front. Kane scores! 4-2 Edmonton.
Work outside the zone. Kane up against Hag, a big guy. Second effort right here by Hyman to lift the stick. Kane again comes in, just pokes this puck to Nugent Hopkins, and that's the play right there. Nugent Hopkins with a perfect little chip pass to Hyman, allows him to bring it back to the front, and Kane gets a little bit of a break here. Bounces off a player, bounces off the pad, off the player back in, or off the stick of Hill actually, and finds its way in the net.
Here's Jack Eichel. Well, you got a lot more action around here. Had a couple of grenades come your way. Here's Jack Eichel. Vegas power play. Golden Knights desperately need a conversion, and they get the one-timer. Blasted home by Olofsson. And the Golden Knights are right back in the game at 4-3. That's Olofsson's second of the night.
This is a great release. Play down low here by Stone again. Gets this puck to Eichel. And this is a rocket of a pass. I mean, he zips this one across. But it's not just the hard pass, it's the hard shot afterwards. For Olofsson, he's whiffed on a couple of these. He didn't whiff on this one. He rips it short side. And I know this is something that Kevin Bones talked about. Taking that.
Curled it back. A drive from the point. Pickard watched that. Work its way into the corner. Hanifin around the boards. Henry checked by Olofsson. Alex Pietrangelo. Hanifin to maintain the zone. Back to Pietrangelo. Reach shot. Score! Tie game.
Down, but just relentless pressure here by Vegas. They have kept pucks alive, and that was the perfectly placed shot. Watch this angle. Doesn't try and do too much with it. Pietrangelo, he just picks the far side.
Set up for McDavid, 7 seconds. Eichel one-timer, and that stayed out. High up on the glass, clatters down below, and we've got overtime coming for you in game 2. Can't get around Bouchard, who forces him off the puck. Hyman has hit the crossbar. McDavid a goal post here in the OT. McDavid beats one man to the net. Draisaitl scores! Game 2 to Edmonton. Final 5-4 in overtime.
Takes this puck, makes a nice little play around the boards, and then watch this play by Corey Perry, the grizzled veteran. Skate to stick, and he finds McDavid with speed. And I mean, there's no chance for Jack Eichel, who's caught flat foot right here. Outside, inside, you're not going to slow down McDavid. Sells the shot, boom. What a pass over to Draisaitl, and he converts on the 2-on-1, and the Edmonton Oilers pull out this overtime 5-4. What a game.